Does anybody know what the most recent holiday was?
Summer solstice.
Nice.
What's coming?
Well, it happened. It happened. It is summer now. Isn't that great?
It's my birthday at 7.
And it's your birthday.
Mine is too.
Excellent. Yours is too?
Yours is in September.
So, at the summer solstice, there's a big battle. Does anybody know about this battle?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who battles?
I already heard the story.
You know too. The grown-ups know too. Brogan, tell me who battles at solstice. The Holly King and the Oak King battle. And who is the victor? Holly King. The Holly King is going to bring us toward winter. So the Oak King...
Well, now bring us towards fall.
Fall and then winter. The Oak
then
King
it goes to
lifted the sun up high to the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. The sun is highest, it rises the earliest, and it sets the latest. And then the next day, the Holly King starts bringing it down, making it darker, until we get to winter, when there will be another battle. So this story is the story of those two kings, the Holly King and the Oak King, and how their battles began. So I'm going to put this board here.
I heard this.
You have heard this story. Long ago, there was a mountain so tall it scraped the sky, reaching the spirits of the sun, the moon, and the stars. The spirits admired this mountain and blessed its forest with an abundance of magic, allowing it to be both warm and cool, dark and light at once. One night, when the mountain lay in half-summer, half-winter slumber, a rumble climbed through the tall peaks, rattling trees, crumbling rocks, and shivering out into the universe. The echoes from this quake crashed into two nearby stars, knocking them loose from the sky. One of the fallen stars nestled into a patch of holly. The other tumbled onto oak tree roots. When the stars finally flickered out, the forest creatures bowed their heads. The weather reflected their sadness with a soft rain and deep wind, lifting the crumbled stars, swirling, pulsing with the mountain's magic. Twin gods, the Holly King and the Oak King, were born from this stardust. Oak and Holly settled into the forest, aligning with the shifts in mountain temperament and weather. Oak was playful and spirited, always adventuring with his chirpy robin friend. Oak's energy buzzed through the forest, lighting the sky, lifting the air, and waking the flowers on the eastern mountainside. Holly dwelled on the western slope with his team of 8 white stags. Holly was quieter and more reflective than his brother. He foraged and prepared, preferring stillness and darkness for reverent thought and dreaming. But for all his concentration, he was also strong and steadfast, always caring for the night creatures around him. Despite their differences, the brothers loved each other. They prayed daily at a stone table on the mountain's north side, frequently walking together afterward, but most often dueling. The kings lived to battle one another. One afternoon, while walking an eastern trail, the brothers admired colorful gardens blooming in the sunshine. Fiery tiger lilies stretched on strong stalks, but beneath the peppered orange petals, soft white buds shied away. "Moonflowers," said Holly. "Look how they hide. The sunlight on this mountainside is too bright. They will not survive." Holly raised his vine-wrapped walking staff toward the sky and magically pulled the leafy forest canopy closed like a curtain. As darkness covered the forest path, the moonflowers yawned open their delicate petals. The Holly King smiled at the sleepy flowers, but his brother wasn't so happy.
Lay down?
Brother, the Oak King bellowed, the moonflowers are not hiding, they are protected. With time, the tiger lilies will grow to cast larger shade, but they cannot thrive in shadows. Oak raised his twisted honey gold staff and reopened the forest canopy. Holly aimed his staff once more, but before he could cast his power at the treetops, Oak swung his staff to meet Holly's. Crack! Oak thrusted forward. Holly parried and charged. The Oak King's staff glowed with powerful orange heat, while Holly's staff frosted over with silvery blue magic. The kings battled, and their energy grew, but before either could claim victory, the ground began to rumble. Both brothers yielded to the familiar tremor, a deep, echoing quake like the one that had borne them from the skies. "Are you okay?" Holly asked when the quake stopped. "Yes," Oak replied, "but listen." The mountain was consumed in silence and stillness. The kings hurried back down the forest path to find the great stone table cracked in half. Beneath it, a fault line zigzagged down the mountain face. "We must follow this trail," Oak said. Holly agreed, and the brothers set on their quest. The fault line led the brothers to the base of their mountain. "This is the land of humans," Holly assessed. "Our exploring must end here. We are not of this world." "That may be so," Oak replied, "but we share this earth's plane. Something is wrong with our Earth Mother. I can feel it." "I feel it too," said Holly, "but our forms may frighten the humans, for they are mortal and we are of the stars." He stamped his staff on the ground. Glittering smoke swirled around him, and when it cleared, he had transformed into a white stag. Oak, too, struck the ground with his staff, transforming into a robin. In these forms, the kings journeyed off their mountain. In the human world, the kings observed a land that could not alter its climate as their magical mountain could. Humans everywhere scrambled to sow and harvest crops under unpredictable weather. The Oak King robin flew over farmlands that had flooded after too much rain. The Holly King stag wandered in forests behind houses, listening to parents singing wishes and lullaby promises to their children. Seeing this distress, the kings returned to their mountain, resumed their natural forms, and prayed. The spirits echoed in response. "What do the humans need to thrive and care for the earth?" Oak answered first. "They require more sunlight to dry the land and return to work." Holly disagreed. "These people are tired. They need darkness and rest to heal." Thunder boomed, and aurora colors splashed across the skies. The universe called. "Twin brothers, from your mountain overlooking the human realm, you will observe the needs of the people below and determine a new path for the sun's warmth and light." The kings argued more feverishly than ever, with empathy and compassion for their earthly siblings. They drew their staves, ready to duel, and trust the victor to the universe. Passionate swings cut through the mountain air, each brother fighting for the path he thought was best. In the end, Holly struck the final blow, thwarting his brother so keenly that Oak was cast far into the distant stars. For one whole year, the Holly King navigated low, even paths for the sun. In the human world, days were short and cool, and nights were long and quiet. People lit candles and decorated trees with colorful seed balls to feed wintering animals. Though the weather was cold, the atmosphere was festive and warm. Holly smiled to create such peace. Beneath the decked trees, he hid small trinkets and treats for children to find and enjoy. But soon, the plans withered, and people became listless with little daylight for work and play. When the king returned, the earth became weak and fragile. "Brother, it is time to end your reign," Oak demanded, drawing his staff. "The earth cannot grow in such darkness." Holly replied, "Brother, you would rather scorch its soil with sunlight." He battled to defend his rule, but he was tired from carrying the weight of the sun. Oak quickly gained favor, and with a crushing blow from his glowing staff, he cast his brother far into the stars.
I can't wait for re-releasing for Endgame. I know.
Another year turned, this time with the Oak King raising the sun's power high to the magical mountain's peak. Slowly the land thawed, and people emerged from their homes like flowers from their buds. They danced and sang, lighting fires to honor the returned warmth. Oak was happy, and he blessed the land with vibrant colors and lush vegetation.
This will be a good way for them to show.
But after some time, the humans wilted. The ground dried, and the crops crumbled. When the Holly King returned, he looked upon the parched earth and cried, "Brother, please hear me. I love you as I love our Mother Earth, and that is why I must insist you let me lay the heavy sun to rest. Brother, I cannot let you freeze the earth into another year-long sleep," Oak replied, preparing to fight. The brothers divorced. The Oak King, tired and sore, took a knee in defeat when they reached the great stone table. He observed the deep fracture splitting the stone's surface. "You win today," Oak sighed, "but I will return in just half year's time to challenge your strength and intentions." Holly helped his brother to his feet. "I will be here," he promised. From that day on, the solstices were marked deeply with battles twice per year on the magical mountain. The Holly King charged the sunlight low to cool the earth, and then his brother returns at Yule, strong and rested to lift the sun high. The kings fight honorably, with full resolve each solstice, trusting the strength of their intentions to the universe, and blessing the earth with a balance of light and life. Is the story of the Holly King and the Oak King. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't want to get out.
I don't want to get. Oh, I love. Thank you.